Hi guys, it's Sassy. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I want to show you how to turn this plain old jacket into this nicely decorated, personalized jacket. As you guys know, it's summertime, so what I do usually in the summer is try to put all my long sleeves away and, try to declutter and donate whatever I don't need anymore. And I came across two of my denim jackets that were sitting in the back of my closet. So I thought I would whip out one of those and give it a little bit of a revamping and update. So I went with roses because I just like roses a lot and it is a little bit of a personal thing for me, but you can definitely make it with daisies or orchids or sunflowers. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Or anything you want, really. I just wanted to show you guys how you can do this on the cheap with stuff that you probably already have in your wardrobe. Today's video is part of a new series that I'm gonna start making, and it is a roses series. Basically a bunch of DIYs and how-tos with roses in mind. So if you're curious, make sure you click that subscribe button and you turn on your notification bell, because otherwise you won't know when my latest videos go up.
Okay, so here's my jacket freshly washed. I really suck at drawing, so I printed out this rose off of the internet, and that way we can just trace it out. Here's a trick though. We need to cut through the paper as we trace, so we know what's been traced already and we don't have to redo any work. I'm being careful not to mess up because, like I said, I suck at drawing. It's time to use the embroidery hoops. Just separate them and place one under the jacket and one on top. Adjust the hoop with the little screw thingy at the top to make it snug. Now to start the rose. I decided to outline everything with black floss. I used 3 threads and started embroidering. I realized that it's hard to see on camera with this denim fabric, so I'm going to show you guys on a white piece of fabric. Start by inserting the needle from below. Insert the needle a little bit under the spot where you first started the thread, and drag the needle almost back to the starting point and pull it out. I always use my left thumb to keep the thread out of the way, and it helps me not get tangled up. Okay, I ended up switching to smaller hoops because for me, it's just easier, just saying. Now I'm using dark green floss for the leaves. Starting underneath, I'm gonna insert the needle and bring it up on the other edge. And I'm just gonna do this over and over, going from side to side. Almost like coloring with markers, but you're doing it with embroidering floss. A quick tip is to use your left finger to help the needle glide under the fabric to help it kind of like feel where the needle is, because I don't have eyes underneath the fabric, so this way it just guides me better. And I just keep doing that from one edge to the other. If you run out of thread or finish a section, make 2 knots and simply cut it. Then move on to the next area until you finish. As you guys can see, I went over the black lines inside the leaves because it was easier, and by adding them last, I added strength and security to the floss. It's up to you guys to leave it plain or add the detail. Either way, it turns out really good. Just remember to start from the bottom when you start from a new spot. I'm using red 321 for the rose petals. Starting from underneath, I'm going to repeat it over and over to cover up each petal. Try to have the lines in the petals go out from the center as opposed to going straight across or up and down. I felt that it looked a little bit on the plain side, so I drew more leaves around the rose, and I wanted it to have a word on it just to give it more character and more personalization. It took me a while, but I went with lovely in a font that I liked, of course. I trace carved it just like earlier with the rose, but this time I embroidered it in black. This DIY was done over the weekend, so it's perfect for when the winter rolls in, it'll be ready to go.
Right now that it's summertime, it gives you guys time to do the project. It can take as long as you want, but come the next school year, you guys will have it ready to go. And that's the best part. I hope this video has inspired you guys a little bit and, definitely keep you guys from being bored during the summer. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Fendora!